The story opens in the Galactic Council chambers on the planet Nexus Prime. Ambassador Krell of the Vorthan Empire addresses a gathering of alien species about the ongoing war against humanity. For 3 years, humans have been pushed back to their final stronghold, the Sol System. The Council discusses Earth's imminent defeat. Admiral Vex, a seasoned warrior from the Blade Collective, dismisses human military capability. The aliens share stories they've heard from fleeing human refugees about a legendary warship called the Titan's Wrath, a vessel so powerful it could turn the tide of any battle. Commander Vex, a pragmatic military leader, calls these stories mere propaganda. Humans create myths to boost morale, he declares. The Council agrees. No single ship could stand against their combined fleets. Meanwhile, on a small research station at the edge of human space, Dr. Bell receives an encrypted message. The transmission is brief. Project Omega is ready. The Wrath awakens. She looks out at the stars, knowing that everything is about to change. The part ends with the alien coalition launching their final assault on the Sol System. 1,000 ships jump to hyperspace, confident in their victory. Unknown to them, deep in Earth's lunar shipyards, something stirs in the darkness. The alien armada emerges from hyperspace at the edge of the Sol System. Admiral Vex commands the flagship, expecting to find scattered human resistance. Instead, they encounter something impossible: empty space. Earth's defense satellites are silent. The orbital stations appear abandoned. Mars colonies show no signs of life. It seems humanity has already fled or surrendered. The alien forces advance cautiously toward Earth. On Earth's surface, General Kane watches the approaching fleet from a command bunker. His officers are nervous, but Kane remains calm. "Let them come closer," he orders. The trap isn't ready yet. The alien fleet spreads out in attack formation. Vex orders a preliminary bombardment of Earth's moon, expecting to destroy any hidden bases. The missiles streak toward Luna's surface and detonate in brilliant flashes. But from the smoke and debris, something emerges. At first, it appears to be just another piece of wreckage. Then the sensor readings come in. The object is massive, larger than any ship in the alien fleet. As it clears the lunar dust, its true form becomes visible. The ship is unlike anything the aliens have ever seen. Its hull is scarred and blackened, as if forged in the heart of a dying star. Strange energy patterns dance along its surface. This is humanity's secret weapon, the Titan's Wrath. Commander Vex studies the readings with growing unease. "Impossible," he whispers. "No ship that size should be able to move." The Wrath powers up its systems. Ancient human voices echo across the command bridge as Captain Stone takes his position. This ship was built from the salvaged remains of every human vessel lost in the war. It carries the memory of every fallen soldier, every destroyed colony. The aliens demand the ship's surrender. Captain Stone's response is broadcast across all frequencies. "You wanted to see human determination. Now you'll witness human fury." The battle begins with the alien fleet launching a coordinated assault on the Titan's Wrath. Thousands of missiles and energy beams converge on the massive human ship. The attack should have torn it apart, but the Wrath's shields hold. More than hold. They seem to absorb the energy and grow stronger. Admiral Vex realizes they're facing something beyond their understanding. The ship's armor isn't just protection, it's adaptive. Every shot that hits it makes the hull more resistant to similar attacks. The Wrath responds with weapons the aliens have never encountered. Plasma cannons that burn with the heat of Earth's core. Railguns that fire projectiles at impossible speeds. But the most terrifying weapon is something called the Void Cannon, a device that seems to tear holes in space itself. Captain Stone coordinates the battle from the bridge, surrounded by holographic displays showing the enemy fleet. His crew works with deadly efficiency. These aren't ordinary sailors. They're volunteers who gave up their old lives to become part of something greater that the alien forces try to surround the Wrath. But the ship moves with unexpected grace for its size. It dances between enemy formations, striking where they're weakest. Each shot from its weapons destroys multiple enemy vessels. Commander Vex watches in horror as half his squadron vanishes in a single blast from the void cannon. He orders a retreat, but Admiral Vex refuses. "We have superior numbers," Vex insists. One ship cannot defeat an entire fleet, but the Wrath isn't fighting alone. As the battle intensifies, other ships begin appearing throughout the system. These are smaller human vessels, destroyers, frigates, and fighters that had been hiding in asteroid fields and gas giant atmospheres. The real trap is revealed. Humanity didn't flee, they prepared. Every ship, every weapon, every soldier had been positioned for this moment. The Wrath wasn't just a warship. It was the centerpiece of humanity's final gambit. The tide of battle turns. The aliens find themselves surrounded and outgunned. Their advanced technology means nothing against humanity's raw determination and tactical brilliance. The alien fleet is in full retreat, but the Titan's wrath pursues them relentlessly. Captain Stone knows this is humanity's only chance to end the war. If the aliens escape to regroup, they'll return with even more ships. The chase leads through the outer planets of the Sol system. The Wrath's weapons light up the darkness between Jupiter's moons, each blast destroying enemy vessels, trying to reach their hyperspace jump points. Admiral Vex makes a desperate decision. He orders his remaining ships to turn and fight, hoping to buy time for the fleet's command vessel to escape. The alien warriors know it's a suicide mission, but they follow orders. The final confrontation takes place in the asteroid belt. The Wrath faces the last organized alien resistance. The battle is fierce and personal. Captain Stone recognizes the tactical patterns. These are the same enemies who destroyed humanity's first colonies. During the fight, the Wrath takes significant damage. Its adaptive armor can't handle the concentrated fire from the remaining alien heavy cruisers. Sections of the ship are breached, and crew members make ultimate sacrifices to keep critical systems running. Engineer Fox seals herself in the reactor room to prevent a core breach. Gunner Wright stays at his post even as his section loses atmosphere. These deaths aren't meaningless. Each sacrifice keeps the ship fighting. The Wrath's void cannon charges for one final shot. The weapon draws power from the ship's life support, artificial gravity, and secondary systems. The crew knows that firing it might leave them stranded in space, but they also know it will end the battle. The cannon fires, and the remaining alien fleet simply ceases to exist. The energy beam tears through space, leaving nothing but scattered atoms where Admiral Vex's flagship once stood. In the silence that follows, Captain Stone surveys the damage. The Wrath is barely functioning, but it's alive. More importantly, the alien threat to humanity has been broken. Commander Vex, commanding the only surviving alien vessel, sends a message to his home worlds. The humans were right. The ship is real, and it's more terrifying than any myth. 3 months after the Battle of Sol, representatives from across the galaxy gather once again on Nexus Prime. This time, humanity has a seat at the table. The Titan's wrath hangs in orbit. Above the planet, no longer a myth, but a visible reminder of what happens when humanity is pushed too far. The ship has been repaired and upgraded, its scars worn proudly as badges of honor. Captain Stone addresses the Galactic Council. He speaks, not of revenge, but of a new beginning. Humanity doesn't want to conquer the galaxy. They want to protect it. The Wrath will serve as a guardian against any threat to peaceful civilizations. The former enemies struggle to understand this concept. They expected humans to demand tribute or territory. Instead, humanity offers alliance and protection. Ambassador Krell, who once dismissed human capabilities, now speaks for peace treaties. The Blade Collective requests human assistance in dealing with pirates in their territory. Species that once planned to divide Earth's resources now seek trade agreements. Dr. Bell, now serving as humanity's chief science officer, shares technological advances that could benefit all species. The adaptive armor technology, the void manipulation systems, all are offered freely to former enemies, but not everyone accepts the new reality. In the darker corners of the galaxy, remnants of the old regime plan their return. They believe the Wrath was a fluke, that humanity can be defeated with the right strategy. Captain Stone knows these threats exist. That's why the Wrath continues to patrol the galaxy's borders. The ship has become more than a weapon. It's a symbol. When peaceful worlds are threatened, when the innocent cry out for help, the Wrath answers. The story concludes with a new distress call reaching the ship. A distant system is under attack by raiders. The crew of the Titan's Wrath powers up their systems once more. As they jump to hyperspace, Captain Stone reflects on how far humanity has come. They were once on the brink of extinction, dismissed as weak and insignificant. Now they stand as protectors of the galaxy. The final scene shows the Wrath emerging from hyperspace above a burning planet. The raiders see the massive ship and recognize its silhouette. Some flee immediately. Others try to fight. All of them learn the same lesson the Galactic Council learned. Humanity's greatest strength isn't their technology or their weapons. It's their refusal to give up, their willingness to sacrifice for others, and their determination to turn myths into reality. The Titan's Wrath was born from legend, forged in desperation, and proven in fire. Now it sails the stars as both protector and reminder that sometimes the most powerful myths are the ones that turn out to be true.